Hey folks, how are you? So what happens with your study day? How the heck do you organize your study day? Well, typically, if you're taking a commercial course, that's the first 4 hours of the day. Okay, so you've got 4 hours. You're gonna have to transit, and you're gonna have to go there after your commercial course that you've taken, whether you're live or whether you're doing it distantly, just by distance. Still do your 4 hours. Okay. Then you need to take a break, air your head out. And I always suggest after you finish that first 4 hour set, go work out. I think working out needs to be a very important part of your um, preparation for the examination. It's a grueling exam. You're going to be seated for a long time when you take it. It just wears on you, so you want to make sure that your body's in pretty decent shape. If you're not in good shape, I would suggest start a walking regimen. But anything is good: jogging, swimming, biking, you name it. Typically, you need to get something in and treat it as part of your study. Okay, so 4 hours, you take a break, then work out for an hour. Okay, then what you want to do for the second set, you want to do 3 hours and work on the 3 hours on your essay work. Okay, by reading, memorizing, and writing several essays, at least four or five. 4 essays a day is great. Make sure you memorize the law contained therein. Then take another break. So you study 4 hours, you've worked out, now you study 3 hours, and then finally you finish off the evening with a 1 hour going over your notes, black letter law, memorization set, and that's it. Okay, 8 hours a day. Those of you who are studying 12 hours a day, you gotta burn out. This is a marathon, not a sprint. That's what you really have to know that. And the best thing is quality of your study, not quantity of your study. So I figure a 4-3-1 schedule with a working out component is really important. So what happens then when the bar review course is over? Typically what happens is about 2 weeks before the exam, you've got 2 weeks are all over. They say sayonara, and here's your books, and good luck. Basically, that's what they do. So what do? All right. I think what you have to do is that you have to take at least one simulated exam, one simulated multi-state exam, and one simulated essay test, or even two essay tests. Okay, they have a bazillion of them out there under time conditions. Take a 6 hour multi-state, or however long you want to take it. Even a 3 hour set's good. And what you want to do is you want to review those questions very thoroughly. Now, several commercial bar prep companies actually have simulated examinations uh, uh, early in the process, maybe after 6 weeks or 7 weeks. Go take it. Okay, especially you first time takers. It's a good exam, a good thing to go through. Okay, so let's assume that for the purposes of this conversation, now you have 2 weeks left. You've been following a very rigorous and diligent schedule. You've been working out. You took a simulated exam. Now you have 2 weeks left before the examination. All right, let's start backwards and then work forward. I think that makes the most sense. Okay, the day before the examination should be your transit day and rest day. You shouldn't be studying at all the day before the examination, in my view. I just think it's crazy. I think you ought to, if you're going to have to transit into a location, then you ought to do it that day. Check into the hotel, relax, okay? Make sure you have an early wake up call and chill out, all right? That's on the day before the exam, all right? Your study the day before that, so let's say the examination, the multi-state's on a Wednesday, all right? So that means on Tuesday. On a Monday, now you're kind of tapering it off a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to only study half a day. Look over your black letter law notes on that day, okay? All of them from A to Z, so to speak, all right? That's Monday. On Saturday and Sunday prior to the examination, re-review a simulated multi-state exam that you've taken. Okay, do 100 questions on Saturday and then 100 questions on Sunday. And by quote unquote doing them, I simply mean reading them and going right to the answer. Okay, what you want to do always is you want to get positive law in your head, but look at each question, make sure you understand why the other three incorrect answers are in fact incorrect. Okay, now you have maybe 9 days. What are you going to do on those 9 days prior to that last weekend? It's simple. For the multi-state, you've got 7 subjects, so I would suggest you review 6 fact patterns per day per subject. 6 times 7 is 42 multi-state fact patterns that you ought to review. It should take you 4 hours. Okay? Then you're going to take a break. Then you're going to do 3 hours worth of essay work. If your jurisdiction has state-specific stuff that you have to know, that's the time to drill it into your head. Okay? If you're having 1 or 2 subjects that are troublesome to you, that's the time to memorize the black letter law in those 1 or 2 subjects. Okay? And then finally, you finish off the day by spending 1 hour of memorization in your black letter law notes that you have. Okay? You should do that not for 9 days or 10 days prior to that last weekend. Okay? And that's how you do it. See, what you have to do is you have to juggle those intellectual balls on the subjects that you may have taken earlier in the bar prep, but now by the time, the end of the thing comes, you're kind of confused or you forgot that stuff, because this is all short-term memorization stuff you're doing anyways. So by doing several questions, 6 every day, then you're keeping all the intellectual balls fresh, okay? And that's how you do it. You go to that examination that day, you're going to be quietly confident, as I said to you. You take the exam. Don't talk to anybody about the exam. It's bananas if you do that. And then afterwards, when it's all over, as I said, let it go. You could have, some people I know, I used to get emails, in August or September. Oh my God, I woke up in the middle of the night. This question over here, what do you think the answer is? And they start talking about a multi-state fact pattern that they took, 2 months previously. Forget it. Get on with your life, okay? The die is cast. The Caesar said the die is cast by that time. So anyways, that's how you want to wrap up your studies, okay? It's a very disciplined approach. You have to be disciplined, okay? Remember, out of all the examinations you've ever taken in your whole life, from high school to college, even your law school examinations, the bar examination is the only one that you have to pass in order to go on with the rest of your life in this profession. Okay? So it's a serious examination. You have to be ruthless with this examination. Ruthless with this examination. Take no prisoners. Be aggressive. Okay? Like I said, be intellectually aggressive. And then when it's over, you let it go. It's like you're like a championship boxer after the big match. Okay, it's done. Now give your body a chance to heal. Now give your mind a chance to heal. And then have good, positive thoughts out in the universe and start making plans for your swearing in. That's how you do it. It works. It's worked thousands of times for people who pay heed to my advice. So as we go on now, I'll give you a few more helpful hits in these short videos. I think they may be helpful to you. Anyways, peace. God bless you. Ciao.